What's up guys, welcome back my YouTube channel. I will telling about the 1976 Australia 50 cents coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is one of the most recognized circulation coins in the country's modern history. Although it is a common coin, collectors love it because it represents an important era in Australia's decimal coinage. Today, we will explore its history, design, mintage, and current value in the coin market. The Australian 50 cents coin was first introduced in 1966 when the nation switched from the old pound, shilling, pence system to decimal currency. The very first 50-cent coins were made of 80% silver, but due to high silver prices, they were replaced just 1 year later with a new 12-sided design made from copper and nickel. The 1976 issue belongs to this long-running series of dodecagon-shaped coins that Australians still use today. On the obverse of the 1976 coin, you will find the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This effigy was designed by Arnold Machin, a British sculptor whose depiction of the Queen appeared on Australian coins from 1966 until 1984. It shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, facing to the right, with the inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1976, around the rim. This portrait is clean, elegant, and instantly recognizable, especially to collectors of Commonwealth coins. The reverse of the coin features the official coat of arms of Australia. This includes the shield displaying the badges of the 6 states, New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. On each side of the shield are the supporters, the kangaroo on the left and the emu on the right, 2 animals that cannot walk backward and symbolize national progress. Above the shield sits the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, and below is a scroll with the word Australia. This powerful design was created by Stuart Devlin, the famous goldsmith and official designer of Australia's decimal coinage. In 1976, the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra produced over 25 million 50-cent coins for circulation. Because of this high mintage, the coin is not rare. However, its value depends on condition. Coins that circulated often have scratches, dull surfaces, or wear on the Queen's hair and the coat of arms. These used coins are usually worth only their face value, 50 cents, but for collectors, uncirculated or mint-state examples are more desirable. A coin that has never been used and still has its original shine can sell for more. In the current market, a typical uncirculated 1976 50-cent coin might sell for around $2 to $5, depending on the sharpness of the details and overall eye appeal. Coins graded by professional services, especially those in very high mint state, can reach higher prices. Although the 1976 50 cents coin is not considered rare or extremely valuable, it remains a wonderful collectible because of its historical significance, beautiful design, and connection to Queen Elizabeth II's long reign. For new collectors, it is an affordable and meaningful piece of Australian coinage history. Next coin. The 1978 Australian 50 cents coin is one of those fascinating pieces of modern coinage that quietly blends history, national identity, and collectible interest. While it may look like a simple everyday coin, the story behind it goes deeper than many people realize. This coin represents an important era in Australia's evolving currency system and continues to capture the attention of collectors around the world. The 50 cents coin issued in 1978 features the well-known portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. The portrait used during this period was designed by Arnold Machin, one of the most recognized sculptors in the world of British and Commonwealth coinage. His depiction shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a portrait that appeared on Australian coins for nearly 2 decades. For many collectors, this portrait is a reminder of the earlier years of decimal currency in Australia. Australia adopted decimal currency in 1966, replacing the old pound shilling pence system. Just 2 years later, the round 50-cent coin was changed into its unique dodecagonal, or 12-sided, shape to avoid confusion with the similar-sized 20-cent coin. The 1978 issue follows that same iconic shape. Made from a copper-nickel alloy, the coin has a weight of 15.55 grams and a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, giving it a substantial feel compared to many other circulating coins. On the reverse of the 1978 50 cents coin is the Australian coat of arms. This detailed design displays the shield representing the 6 states of Australia, supported on each side by the country's most iconic animals, the kangaroo and the emu. These animals were chosen not only because they are uniquely Australian, but also because they are known for always moving forward, symbolizing the nation's progress. The coat of arms has appeared on all 50-cent coins since 1966 and remains one of the most recognized designs in the country's modern coinage. In terms of mintage, the year 1978 saw a fairly high production of 25 million coins. Because of this large quantity, the 1978 50-cent coin is considered common in circulated condition. Most examples found in everyday pocket change have light wear, small scratches, and signs of aging, which keeps their value close to face value. For collectors just starting out, this makes the coin an easy and affordable addition to a decimal currency collection. However, the real interest for collectors lies in uncirculated and high-grade examples. A 1978 50-cent coin in brilliant uncirculated condition can be worth a few dollars, depending on its shine, surface quality, and overall eye appeal. Professionally graded specimens, especially those rated MS 65 or higher, can reach higher values because they have survived over 4 decades without wear. While the coin is not considered rare, high-grade pieces are always in demand for complete year sets or for collectors specializing in the Machin portrait series. Overall, the 1978 Australian 50-cent coin remains an affordable, attractive, and historically meaningful piece of Australian currency. It offers collectors a glimpse into Australia's modern numismatic journey and continues to hold its place as a classic part of the country's decimal coinage history. Next coin. The 1978 Australian 50-cent coin is one of those fascinating pieces of modern coinage that quietly blends history, national identity, and collectible interest. While it may look like a simple everyday coin, the story behind it goes deeper than many people realize. This coin represents an important era in Australia's evolving currency system and continues to capture the attention of collectors around the world. The 50-cent coin issued in 1978 features the well-known portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. The portrait used during this period was designed by Arnold Machin, one of the most recognized sculptors in the world of British and Commonwealth coinage. His depiction shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a portrait that appeared on Australian coins for nearly 2 decades. For many collectors, this portrait is a reminder of the earlier years of decimal currency in Australia. Australia adopted decimal currency in 1966, replacing the old pound-shilling pence system. Just 2 years later, the round 50-cent coin was changed into its unique dodecagonal, or 12-sided, shape to avoid confusion with the similar-sized 20-cent coin. The 1978 issue follows that same iconic shape. Made from a copper-nickel alloy, the coin has a weight of 15.55 grams and a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, giving it a substantial feel compared to many other circulating coins. On the reverse of the 1978 50-cent coin is the Australian coat of arms. This detailed design displays the shield representing the 6 states of Australia, supported on each side by the country's most iconic animals, the kangaroo and the emu. These animals were chosen not only because they are uniquely Australian, but also because they are known for always moving forward, symbolizing the nation's progress. The coat of arms has appeared on all 50-cent coins since 1966 and remains one of the most recognized designs in the country's modern coinage. In terms of mintage, the year 1978 saw a fairly high production of 25 million coins. Because of this large quantity, the 1978 50-cent coin is considered common in circulated condition. Most examples found in everyday pocket change have light wear, small scratches, and signs of aging, which keeps their value close to face value. For collectors just starting out, this makes the coin an easy and affordable addition to a decimal currency collection. However, the real interest for collectors lies in uncirculated and high-grade examples. A 1978 50-cent coin in brilliant uncirculated condition can be worth a few dollars, depending on its shine, surface quality, and overall eye appeal. Professionally graded specimens, especially those rated MS 65 or higher, can reach higher values because they have survived over 4 decades without wear. While the coin is not considered rare, high-grade pieces are always in demand for complete year sets or for collectors specializing in the Machin portrait series. Overall, the 1978 Australian 50-cent coin remains an affordable, attractive, and historically meaningful piece of Australian currency. It offers collectors a glimpse into Australia's modern numismatic journey and continues to hold its place as a classic part of the country's decimal coinage history. Next coin. The 1982 Australia 50 cents coin is one of the most recognizable modern circulation coins from the country, both for its distinctive 12-sided shape and its bold design. Struck in copper nickel and weighing 15.55 grams, this coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, created by artist Arnold Machin. His second-generation portrait of the Queen was used on Australian coinage from 1966 to 1984, and it remains one of the most iconic depictions of Her Majesty, showing her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1982, marking the coin's country and year of issue. On the reverse of the coin is the Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, the master craftsman behind many Australian coin designs. The coat of arms features the shield of the 6 states supported by the kangaroo and emu, 2 national symbols chosen because neither animal walks backward, representing progress and national pride. Above the shield sits the Commonwealth Star, while the word 50 cents appears below. This powerful design has helped the 50-cent coin become one of the most distinctive coins in the world. In terms of mintage, the 1982 circulation 50 cents coin was produced in large numbers at the Royal Australian Mint, making it a common coin even today. As a result, most worn or circulated examples hold only their face value, which is 50 Australian cents. However, collectors often look for coins in higher grades, especially uncirculated or mint state pieces. A well-preserved coin with sharp detail and bright original luster can sell for around $1 to $3, depending on condition. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services may reach higher values, often in the $10 range, but such coins must be in exceptional condition. Some collector sets from 1982 also included proof versions of the 50 cents coin. These proof examples, with their mirror-like finish and crisp design details, typically sell for $5 to $15, depending on market demand and condition. While the 1982 50 cents coin is not rare, it remains an important collectible for those who appreciate Australian coinage, Queen Elizabeth II portraits, or globally recognized design elements. Its history, bold shape, and classic artwork make it a fascinating addition to a coin collection, whether you are a beginner or a dedicated enthusiast. Next coin. The 1983 Australia 50 cents coin is a popular collectible from the modern decimal era, carrying both historical importance and a distinctive design that makes it stand out among Australian circulation coins. Introduced in 1966 after the country switched from the pound to the dollar system, the 50-cent coin quickly became one of the most widely used denominations, and by 1983 it was firmly established as an essential part of everyday Australian currency. The 1983 issue is especially interesting because it belongs to a period when Australia was transitioning through various portrait updates of Queen Elizabeth II, and this coin carries the Arnold Machin portrait, one of the most recognizable designs of the Queen used throughout the Commonwealth. The obverse of the coin features Queen Elizabeth II facing right, wearing the royal tiara. The engraving by Arnold Machin had been in use since the late 1960s, and its clean, elegant lines made it well loved by collectors and the public. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1983, marking its place in the decimal coinage timeline. On the reverse, the coin displays the Australian coat of arms, showing the shield with 6 state symbols supported by the kangaroo and emu, 2 national animals known for their strength and resilience. This design has been used across many years and is one of the most symbolic and detailed reverse designs in Australian coinage. In terms of composition, the 1983 50-cent coin is made of copper nickel and has a distinctive 12-sided shape, making it easy to identify by touch alone. It weighs over 15 grams, making it one of the heavier circulation coins of its time. While millions were produced for everyday use, many collectors now look for high-grade examples, especially those that remain in brilliant uncirculated or near-mint condition. These better-preserved coins show sharp details in the coat of arms and minimal wear on the Queen's portrait. As for value, circulated 1983 50-cent coins are generally common and worth around their face value, though some may sell for a small premium depending on condition. Uncirculated examples or coins taken directly from mint sets can be valued higher, often ranging from a few dollars to more depending on their state of preservation. While not considered a rare coin, it remains a great addition to an Australian decimal collection and represents a rich piece of numismatic history. Next coin. The 2001 Australia 50 cents coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a fascinating collectible that captures a moment in modern Australian history. This coin comes from the long-running Australian decimal series, first introduced in 1966, and it continues the tradition of portraying the reigning monarch on the obverse. The 2001 issue carries the well-known portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Ian Rank Broadley, a sculptor whose initials, IRB, are visible just below the neckline. This portrait was introduced in 1999 and is recognized for its realistic and mature representation of the Queen. The 50 cents coin is one of Australia's largest general circulation coins in terms of size. It is a dodecagon coin, meaning it has 12 sides, giving it a distinct and instantly recognizable shape. Made of cupronickel, the coin measures 31.65 mm in diameter, which makes it larger than most other circulating denominations. The 2001 regular issue design on the reverse features the Australian coat of arms, originally created by Stuart Devlin. The design includes the iconic kangaroo and emu supporting the shield that displays symbols from each Australian state. Many collectors appreciate the 2001 50 cents coin because it was issued during a period when Australia released several special commemorative pieces. Although the standard 2001 coin is not one of the commemorative designs, it remains desirable due to its sharp detailing, the Rank Broadley portrait, and the overall quality of minting at that time. In terms of value, the 2001 50 cents coin is still common in circulation. Most circulated examples are worth their face value, but uncirculated or high-grade pieces can sell for more. Collectors often look for coins in brilliant uncirculated condition, showing no wear and retaining full mint luster. Such coins typically sell for around $1 to $3, depending on the condition and the seller. If the coin is part of a mint set or presented in special packaging, it can be valued slightly higher. Errors also play an important role in value. Some 50 cents coins from various years have been found with off-center strikes, die cracks, or planchet flaws. Although not specific to 2001, if you happen to find an error on your coin, its value can increase significantly depending on rarity and severity. The 2001 Australia 50 cents coin is a great piece for both beginners and experienced collectors, combining history, design, and accessible value. Next coin. The 2005 Australian 50 cents coin is one of the most recognizable circulating coins in modern Australian currency, carrying both historical meaning and everyday value. Featuring the long-reigning monarch Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, this coin represents an important chapter in Australia's numismatic history. Although millions were minted for circulation, the 2005 issue remains popular among collectors because of its detailed design, strong national symbolism, and the legacy behind its creation. On the front of the coin, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II was designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, introduced in 1999, is known for its realistic style and slightly larger image compared to earlier designs. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions, Elizabeth II, and Australia 2005. The design reflects Australia's close connection to the Commonwealth and honours the Queen's decades of service as the nation's constitutional monarch. The reverse of the coin carries the iconic Australian coat of arms. This design includes the kangaroo and emu, two animals that cannot easily move backward, symbolizing the nation's spirit of progress. The shield at the center displays the symbols of Australia's 6 states, while the star and wreath add further national identity. The design, first introduced in 1966, has remained a defining feature of the 50-cent coin series. The 2005 50-cent coin was struck in a copper-nickel alloy and has a distinctive 12-sided shape, making it stand out from other denominations. With a mass of 15.55 grams, it is one of the heaviest circulating coins in Australia. That weight and shape give it a unique feel that collectors appreciate. When it comes to value, most circulated 2005 50-cent coins are still worth around their face value, often selling for between 50 cents and $1. However, coins in uncirculated or mint state condition can sell for higher prices, typically between $2 and $5 depending on their grade and eye appeal. Coins found in proof sets or collector packages can be worth even more, especially when preserved in their original holders, while the 2005 issue is not considered rare, it remains a meaningful collectible for anyone interested in modern Australian currency or the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. Its classic design, sturdy composition, and historical connection make it a great addition to any coin collection. Next coin. The 2005 Australian 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a fascinating piece of modern Australian currency, carrying both historical meaning and cultural value. Although it is a common circulation coin, its background connects to Australia's decimal currency reform, the nation's evolving identity, and the long-standing tradition of portraying the reigning monarch on Australian coinage. To understand this coin, we must start with its origins. Australia transitioned from the British pounds, shillings, and pence system to decimal currency on February 14, 1966. When decimalisation began, the 50-cent denomination was introduced, originally struck in silver. However, due to rising silver prices, the composition was changed the very next year to the copper-nickel alloy still used today. By 2005, the 50-cent coin had become one of Australia's most recognisable denominations, popular for its large size and distinct 12-sided shape. The obverse of the 2005 issue features the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait is known for its realistic design, showing the Queen with greater detail and maturity compared to earlier effigies. It symbolises Australia's continued connection to the Commonwealth and the long reign of Queen Elizabeth II, who appeared on Australian coinage for over 6 decades. Every year of her portrait marks a chapter in Australia's modern history, making even standard circulation coins a part of a greater legacy. On the reverse side of the 2005 coin is the enduring Australian coat of arms, adopted in 1912. It features the emu and the kangaroo, two iconic animals that cannot walk backward, representing national progress and forward movement. The shield at the center includes symbols of Australia's 6 states, reminding viewers of the country's unity and shared heritage. This reverse design by Stuart Devlin has remained almost unchanged for decades, making it a stable symbol of national pride. While the 2005 50-cent coin was minted in large numbers for everyday use, collectors still appreciate it for its historical significance, clean strikes, and variations that sometimes occur due to minting differences. In circulated condition it usually holds face value, but uncirculated examples or those from mint sets can carry a small premium. For many collectors, the coin is a reminder of Australia's stable currency system, its cultural icons, and the era of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Even a common coin like this tells a story of heritage, identity, and the continuity of a nation's history through its everyday money. Goodbye guys.